Hi. Thank you for attending today's reading. Let's begin. I was a missing person for 3 years. I saw somebody else posting about how they were almost a victim of sex trafficking. So I thought I would piggyback off of that and share my experience. I was a missing person for 3 years. I was one of those kids that you see on the poster board in the front of Walmart full of missing persons and missing children. I was not kidnapped. I ran away from home due to an extremely abusive home situation. CPS had been called and had come to the home but did not remove me. Had my mother sign a no harm contract, and left like that piece of paper would keep any physical violence from happening. I left at the age of 14 and was found at 17. Then placed into CPS custody until I aged out of foster care. Not sure what you guys would like to know, but feel free to ask away. End of story. Next story. I trained my cat and it saved her life. I got a rescue kitten 7 years ago to be a companion to my other rescue cat. Due to growing up with dogs, I trained both cats to come when I whistled. I used to whistle at dinnertime and using treats. My older rescue cat used to sit on command, but she doesn't do that anymore. I let the cats venture through the bush in our yard. Bad thing for wildlife. I know. They are indoor cats now. I used to whistle for them to come in and have their dinner. One day I whistled and my older cat came in, but the younger one was nowhere in sight. I kept calling her name, looking around the yard and whistling. All of a sudden, she comes walking out covered in leaves. This was unusual. She is a clumsy cat, but not that clumsy. I petted her and looked into her eyes. They were glassy. I yelled for my mum, who was there, to come and look at her eyes. She told me to take her to the vet. I placed in her a crate and raced down to the vet. The vet checked her over and found a paralysis tick. The vet said she was blind from the tick. I was so confused. I thought paralysis tick caused paralysis of the legs, not blindness. He told me she would receive treatment and they would keep her overnight. He told me she might or might not make it, but they would keep me updated. He called me in the morning and she survived. She stayed there another day, then came home. Luckily her blindness was only temporary. To this day, she comes when I whistle no matter where she is hiding through the house. If she sneaks out, I firmly tell her to go back inside and she does. She is also very clingy to me and sleeps next to me. End of story. Next story. A U.S. veteran stopped a mass shooting and was vilified for it. On March 15, 2014, Vasily Mironov, an American veteran and resident of Palm Coast, Florida, saw a man armed with an automatic rifle enter the Europa Lounge at the European Village complex. The man held an Uzi submachine gun and walked with intent to fire on the unaware crowd. Without thought for his own safety, an unarmed Vasily Mironov alerted the crowd to seek safety as he engaged the gunman. Mr. Mironov charged the gunman, taking hold of his weapon to route the line of fire away from the crowd. During the struggle, the gunman stabbed Mironov in the face and cut both of his hands in an attempt to continue his deadly intention. The weapon fired, but Mironov kept his hold in spite of his injuries. With assistance from 2 friends, Joshua Auriemma and Roman Dubinshi, Mironov was able to finally disarm the gunman and save countless lives while risking his own. After the gunman was disarmed, a crowd of around 200 people who ran inside nearby businesses while Mironov engaged the gunman came out and in a herd frenzy mentality of revenge started stomping on the shooter's head. Mironov, still bleeding profusely out of his face, stopped him from killing the gunman in an act of revenge by appealing to peace. mercy, and reason. This selfless act of valor and bravery brings great credit on himself, his Russian heritage, and his military service in the United States Navy. It is our privilege and duty to recognize a true hero, an American citizen, protector and peacekeeper, by awarding Vasily Mironov the International Peace and Film Festival's Medal of Honor. You can see the two men, Vasily Mironov and Roman Dubinsechi, in the video above, and they look and sound as badass as their names suggest. The next thing I know, I'm jumping on his gun, Mironov says, as coolly as he might describe the folding of laundry. He gets off one shot, takes out one knife, stabs me in my face. There was a lot of blood. Vasily Mironov is a legally naturalized U.S. citizen and a disabled veteran of the U.S. Navy. Many who know his story, including myself, firmly believe that Mr. Mironov wasn't treated fairly or equally by the elected officials within the administration of Flagler County Sheriff's Office. The reason we are stating this: on the 15th of March, 2014, Mr. Mironov was responsible for stopping a mass shooting that involved a racially charged, deranged man from shooting up a crowd of people and was nearly killed in the process. This was a hate crime but was not treated as such. What happened next is very sad and almost unbelievable. Mr. Mironov was mistreated by local law enforcement that arrested him for no cause and without any proper investigation or due process. Mironov was arrested right after this incident on bogus charges which he disputed, and sued the arresting agency successfully for false arrest. It took 6 months to get rid of bogus charges, while the mass shooter in the end only received probation while facing 35 years in prison. This is a total miscarriage of justice. They apparently tried to smear Mironov and put him in a negative light in order to try and get the shooter off the hook. In many Americans' eyes, this is a total opposite situation of what they believe the reality to be. So they won't recognize it. An American white guy committing an action of terror, stopped by an immigrant-looking guy. It's called cognitive dissonance. And for it to be true, they will have to recognize that their worldview isn't true, and therefore will have to change their belief system. And for many people without the necessary courage, that won't happen. It's like telling a Christian that God doesn't exist. All of the information associated with this story can be found in the petition below, along with news articles, interviews, etc. https www.change.org/peace/have-you-ever-heard-of-a-mass-shooting-only-armed-with-his. Bare hands possibly saved 200-something souls, survived the ordeal and then got treated like absolute dirt for it. Articles and news sources. Exhibits A. https www.clickorlando.com/news/local/gunman-dressed-like-rambo-tackled-by-restaurant-patrons_20151078 5,309,818 B. https://www.news4jax.com/news/local/palm-coast-lounge-patrons-tackle-gun-man-dressed-like-rambo c. https flaglerlive.com/65193/European-village-Mironov/d https flaglerlive.com/72240/Mironov-Auriemma/e https flaglerlive.com/105656/Mironov-settlement/f https flaglerlive.com/65480/Nobel-Bova/G https flaglerlive.com/73345/Daniel-Nobel-competency/h https flaglerlive.com/1036/European-Village-Attackerdaniel-Nobel/I https flaglerlive.com/98487/Nobel-treatment-Indiana/K https flaglerlive.com/108589/Daniel-Nobel-probation/L https peacefestival.us/recognized-during-international-peace-film-film-festival podcast https anchor.fm/lfnm/episode/ep1-feet-vasily-mironov-e9he07 original podcast only https d3ctxLQ1KTW2NL.cloudfront.net/staging/2019-11-14/386632722-440-2-1C882F3D22D3.M4A End of story. That is all for today. If you want to support my automated channel, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. See you tomorrow.